once upon a time. Dystopia appeared in 2014, and if you're smart, if you're really, really smart, you can study it and decipher all the real-life epidemics it predicted.
The world is a big, scary place, and some things are hard to explain. For centuries, people have turned to conspiracy theories to try to make sense of the chaotic events in our world. On Amazon Prime Video's Utopia, 4 friends find themselves unraveling a conspiracy in a comic book that could be the key to saving the world. And the thing their world needs saving from is an unprecedented, deadly outbreak. Sound familiar? They each have their own unique reasons for getting involved, and these fictional factors parallel what draws people into conspiracy theories in the real world. Some conspiracies are well known, like the Illuminati, the second shooter on the grassy knoll, or unidentified flying objects. Even as far back as 1321, there was a widespread theory that people suffering from leprosy planned to conquer the healthy by poisoning Europe's water supply, the medieval equivalent of a zombie apocalypse. But conspiracy theories are also a part of more recent history.
Conspiracy theories have a long history in American politics and in American society. They are not just the weird outcropping of a pathological few. Conspiracies were everywhere in the pre-revolutionary period and in the early republic. Folks of religious differences, racial differences, political differences, members of secret society. Today, we're all posited to constitute some conspiratorial element within the country.
Even today, conspiracy theories crop up in times of uncertainty, when people are unsatisfied by official explanations of events or lack trust in authorities and government agencies. And in 2020, a majority of Americans believe both that the government withholds information from the public and that the media intentionally ignores important stories. These attitudes show up time and time again when virus or disease outbreaks hit. For example, over a third of U.S. citizens believed the Zika virus was intentionally released through genetically modified mosquitoes. On the show, characters are guided by their own evidence, but they are united by the search for a deeper meaning.
To saving the world.
Here.
Let's start with the person who most resembles the popular image of a conspiracy theorist, Wilson.
Of course you have a bunker.
Wilson believes the comic has predicted previous deadly outbreaks, and that now, Utopia portends a new one. These suspicions say a lot about how he sees the world, and one of the major motivations found among conspiracy theorists.
Check this out.
Researchers find that conspiracy theories valorize the self and the in-group by allowing blame for negative outcomes to be attributed to others. Basically, by creating a boogeyman to blame for the world's evil, Wilson can continue to believe that he is good, and so is society in general. In essence, his theories are a way of saying the system isn't broken. It is under assault by bad actors operating in the shadows. This perspective helps explain the motivations of another character on Utopia, Sam.
Rallies don't work. They make us feel better about doing nothing.
I saved the world, girl.
Sam doesn't just want to understand her surroundings. She wants to bring them under control and make change on a global scale.
Guys, this is about doing something, not talking about cartoons doing something.
According to researchers, conspiracy beliefs satisfy important psychological needs, including allowing people to make sense of events, address feelings of powerlessness, and deal with the lack of control. And sometimes that feeling of powerlessness is more personal than trying to save the world. For Becky, solving the riddle of Utopia is a matter of life or death. The conspiracy offers her hope that there is a cure for her condition, but that evil forces are keeping it a secret. She is hardly alone. For years, people have theorized that the cure for cancer is being suppressed by greedy pharmaceutical companies. There is no evidence to support this idea, but for those who believe it, it satisfies the need for a feeling of control.
I think we could solve it.
Yeah, if there is anything to solve.
Man, you sound like a doubter.
Preserving life is a powerful motivator, and so is the universal human impulse to seek community. One study found that those disconnected from others were around 3 times more likely to die during the 9-year study than those with strong social ties. Ian embodies that search for community, even if he doesn't believe in the mystery they're trying to solve.
Utopia, dystopia. They're comics.
Ian, you do believe in dystopia, don't you?
Of course.
There are different levels of commitment and engagement in the conspiracy theories. There are some people for whom the conspiracy theories are everything and are about a pursuit of truth. There are others who engage in it as if it were a game. We imagine conspiracy theorists as being alone in their room, piecing all of these things together. But it's also collective insofar as there is a community of believers that seem to come together.
Despite the different motivations of the 4 central characters on Amazon Prime Video's Utopia, their paranoia is well-founded. And even in the real world, some conspiracies have turned out to be true. But it's not these kernels of truth that cause new conspiracies to continue popping up. It's because the world is chaotic, and conspiracy theories help people make sense of it all. And as these friends continue to turn the pages of Utopia, they will need each other more than ever.